Hey, how's it going everyone? Tricky Acid here, and after ages, I finally jumped back on Titanfall 2, and I had a blast. The game hasn't skipped a beat, so I wanted to make a video on the current state of Titanfall 2 in 2021, and why we need Titanfall 3. But before I begin, I wanted to let you all know I've launched a new gaming podcast known as the Acid Spill Podcast, which is available on Spotify right now, and I will leave the link in the description box, so please click it and follow me on there for weekly gaming talks. With that said, let's jump right in. So first of all, as I said, playing Titanfall 2 felt super good, but jumping back onto the game after so long, I was very rusty, but it started to come back to me after a few games, and I began to regain that feeling again of Titanfall 2's incredibly fluid movement system. And even after nearly 5 years, no one's been able to replicate the dynamic and fluid movement mechanics of Titanfall 2. Games like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare tried it, but they failed, and it goes to show that Respawn clearly has the secret recipe in making it work as good as it does. And what I love about Titanfall is that I get to use the grapple hook to weave around, bouncing and wall running, and then all of a sudden, the whole landscape of the gameplay changes when you jump into your Titan, and you can do some pretty crazy stuff like this. And it's nice to see that people are still playing the game, but it sucks that Titanfall 2 was such an underappreciated title. It was a sleeper hit, and unfortunately didn't hit the same numbers of other shooters, and the marketing just wasn't there. I get that from a gameplay perspective, Titanfall 2 was in its own niche, as standard FPS games play a bit differently. And I guess as Apex Legends plays similar to what you'd expect from an FPS game, as it's easier to transition from, let's say, Call of Duty to Apex than it is with Titanfall 2, as there is a bit of a learning curve. Overall though, playing Titanfall 2 in 2021, it still feels great as it did at launch. It's still the same fast-paced, crazy action-packed FPS it always was, and it's good to see it's not changed. But right now, Respawn are pretty dedicated to Apex Legends since it's clearly their biggest game to date, and with Season 9 having some influence from Titanfall, with seeing Valkyrie, Viper's daughter, play a role as a new legend for the game, it felt good seeing that Respawn haven't forgotten about Titanfall and are slowly injecting more from that series into Apex. It made me think that perhaps this is a subtle way of using Apex Legends to promote Titanfall. It could be a great method to help towards the lead up of a potential Titanfall 3 in the future. The fan base from Apex Legends will have grown a better understanding of the world of Titanfall, and maybe it will help to increase interest for Titanfall 3. As of right now, I don't think Titanfall 3 is in development, as Respawn are pretty much dedicating a lot of time and effort into Apex, and I don't blame them, as, well, the game is huge and it's one of the biggest Battle Royale games on the planet. It's a huge cash cow for Respawn and, well, especially EA. But what I will say is that I don't want one day for Titanfall to become a recent memory, and I want that series to continue. I feel that Titanfall 3 needs to happen, especially if it's out on this generation of consoles. They've only just released, so for the PS5 and Series X to have Titanfall 3, I'm sure it would blow everyone away. And thanks to the marketing and success behind Apex Legends, perhaps it will entice people to get Titanfall 3 and turn it into a major success like Battlefield and Call of Duty. It's been nearly 5 years since Titanfall 2 was released, and I think it's about time that Respawn took some kind of interest in giving Titanfall another go, because Respawn can do more than just pull off a successful Battle Royale game. They can actually pull off one of the best FPS titles on the planet. And just maybe in the next couple of years, we'll get to see Titanfall 3 teased at E3 or something. But yeah, that was my Titanfall 2 retrospective. I think the game still rocks even in 2021, and I still don't think from a multiplayer aspect any FPS game touches it in terms of, you know, the crazy amount of fun that you can actually have. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, it really helps me out. Also, don't forget to follow me on my podcast and my other social media accounts like Instagram and Twitter. I'll have those links in the description box. And with that said, let me know what you guys think, because I'm sure a lot of Titan fans would love to see Titanfall 3. And I'll catch you all next time.
You are dominating.